Early Saturday morning on Israel's 50th anniversary of the 1973 Yom Kippur War, a coordinated attack was launched by the Palestinian terrorist group Hamas. With a barrage of 3,500 to 5,000 rockets from the Gaza Strip, reportedly the attack resulted in 200 deaths and 1,100 injured, and that number continues to climb. In addition, an undetermined number of Israelis were taken hostage and other civilians executed by Hamas. Hi folks, and welcome back to The Storm in the Cellar. As the Palestinian militant group Hamas attacked Israel by land, air, and sea on their holy day, there's more drastic ramifications from the violent attack. So let me break down some of the specifics and implications of this attack. The rocket barrage on southern Israel did a lot of damage, basically due to the sheer number of rockets. The Qassam rockets are simple, unguided steel rockets which were smuggled into Gaza by Iran and Syria and fired from either a rudimentary single launcher or a salvo from the launcher tubes. So here's my thoughts on the current situation. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and his Israeli Defense Force leadership has to be big time embarrassed by the intelligence failure of the Hamas surprise attack. However, Netanyahu has declared war on Hamas. But is Hamas the only piece of the puzzle here? I think not. Iran's supreme leader, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei's top military advisor, admitted Tehran had supported the attacks by Hamas and would continue to back Islamist fighters. So, although Israel has declared war on Hamas, don't be surprised if at some point Iran isn't attacked by Israeli airstrikes as well, possibly even targeting Iranian nuclear facilities. Israel has already conducted airstrikes inside Gaza, and they also have entered the Gaza Strip with military ground forces, including tanks. The Israeli General Staff is focusing on what they call 22 strategic points. Hey, Israel isn't playing, folks. Hundreds of thousands of IDF Army personnel have been called up, and a huge reserve mobilization is currently underway. 4 divisions have already deployed inside the Gaza Strip. I also expect a continued ongoing Israeli blockade of ships that might try to enter the port of Gaza to prevent any delivery of weapons by Iran or Syria. I believe also that just for good measure, they'll secure the Gaza border with Egypt, which will further isolate Hamas. Israeli military leadership has also stated the main effort is to kill all the terrorists on the fence. Also, those who are trying to return to Gaza. So they're out hunting big time. Remember, Hamas is not an organized, well-armed, high-tech military. After all, to kick this attack off, they merely overwhelmed insufficient numbers of Israeli border guards with sheer numbers and flew over the border in paragliders. I believe Hamas insurgents will continue to operate throughout Israel for several days until Israeli forces capture or liquidate them. But who or what they'll be targeting is still unknown, other than conducting terrorism, mostly in southern Israel. Just know that Israeli forces will be on extra vigilant alert with security throughout Israel. So here's where it gets sticky in the big picture. Even more importantly than the Hamas attack on Israel, if Israel does attack Iran, part of the Quad Alliance, as I call it, of Russia, China, North Korea, and Iran, there could be a profound impact on current international events such as China and Taiwan, North and South Korea, and Russia and Ukraine. Also, will Hezbollah join Hamas? Where will the other Arab nations lie, such as Syria? Where will they fit into the equation? Is there a possibility of another Yom Kippur war? Of course, we all have to ask, where the U.S. administration stands on the attack other than a token we support Israel. I mean, after the Biden administration unfroze the $6 billion to Iran with stipulations, and of course the Ayatollah gave him the middle finger on what Iran would use the money for, which means the money could and is used to export terrorism. So I highly doubt Iran or Hamas was seriously concerned about any U.S. action against them. In fact, I believe the attack by Hamas in part had to do with the lack of U.S. resolve in foreign relations. Also, to make matters worse, Iran's disdain for the Biden administration was instrumental in this attack, if nothing else, to disrupt the U.S.-led Saudi Arabia-Israeli peace deal. I definitely believe Hamas has truly underestimated Israel's resolve to this attack. Again, Hamas action is a lot more than an attack on Israel, but has very serious implications to global security. So what's your thoughts? Where will this all end? Leave your comments down below. And if you found this video informative, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and share with your friends and enemies. So until next time, make sure all your takeoff and landings equal.